everyone. Hello, what is up? TheLoganatorz here, and welcome back to another After Effects tutorial. Today, we're going to be taking a look on how to create the alia-a meme intro inside of After Effects. This is a simpler version and pretty easy to do. Once you get the hang of it, you can make an alia-a intro in like 5-10 minutes, so pretty cool. Anyways, let's take a look at what we are making. Alright, not bad, not bad. And let's actually go back and take a look at something else that you can do with this template. And that's actually, you can insert images. So let's take a look at the images inside of the meme intro. That is just beautiful. Awesome. Alright, well, anyways, before we get started, there's a few things that you're going to need before we can actually make this intro. And that is the alia-a theme and the sparks in the background. Now, the sparks are, well, I mean, I recommend that you take the sparks, though it's not like 100% needed. I think it adds for a visual appeal. But anyways, the song you definitely do need because it's an alia-a intro. You can insert any song you'd like, but why would you sway away from the alia-a song? The original song is actually copyrighted, so I didn't use it in this. I'm using the grande version of alia-a intro song played on note blocks, so that's beautiful. Thank you for Grande 1899. Didn't give me explicit permission to use this, but I'm gonna just steal it. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm giving him a shout out. Link in the description. Go check him out. He has great Minecraft tutorials on note blocks and stuff like that. Alright, and the Fire Embers I got from Final Flight Media, and they have a download in the description where you can actually get these sparks, or you can just simply copy and paste the link and go to YouTube to MP3, and then select the MP4 option to download the video. But now that we have the clips, let's get started in a new composition. So here's our composition. That's the settings that I'm going to be using. It only needs to be 30 seconds, so let's change it that. I'm going to do it 1440p. Again, if you're new, I recommend you just click HDTV 1080p at 29.97 frames a second. You'll be pretty good to go. Alright, we're going to click OK, and we're going to insert our song, and we're also going to create our custom background. We're not going to use our Fire Embers just quite yet, but let's create our background. So you go to Layer, well, you got to click down here in the work area, Layer, New, Solid. We're going to do, I think a light blue would look good. And then we're going to get our masking tool, and we're just going to dot the entire screen with just random blue dots. And you'll see where I'm going with this in a minute. It's adding just more texture to the background. So we'll just add that, just make some random shapes, a small one in there or something. Alright, cool, that's good. Now we're going to go to right-click that, Effect, we're going to Blur and Sharpen, and then the Gaussian Blur. And then you just scale this all the way up as much as you possibly can until it blends in nicely with the background. I think like right there is good. And we're going to go to a new layer here, Solid, and we're going to do a really dark blue. There we go, click OK. We're going to drag that behind the one that we just made. I'm going to right click that, go to Effect, Stylize, and then CC Vignette, and there we go. Awesome. And then let's turn the opacity on the dotted one up top just down a little bit too. And I think that's pretty good. There you go. So you got your background made, not too hard, and it's got some texture too as well, so pretty good there. Alright, now we're going to add in our sparks. This is the Fire Embers video that we downloaded from the Final Flight Media. That's awesome. And we'll do that. And what I did there is just use the shortcut to split it, Control-Shift-D, and then we deleted the bottom portion. So we just split, select the bottom one, click delete, you're good to go. Alright, we're going to scale this all the way up, holding Shift while you're scaling up so it's uniform scaling. Uncheck the audio, we don't need that. We're going to go to Toggle Switches and Modes until you see the normal mode here, and then we're going to go to Screen. And now we have the sparks just overlaying on top of our video. Next up, we're going to right click the fire sparks, click Effect, go to Stylize, and then Glow just so we can add more of a glow to the sparks. We're going to mess with the threshold until it's about there, looks good, 36.9. And we're going to mess with our settings just so we can get it more fiery and standing out. There we go. Mess with the radius a little more. I'm happy with these settings. There we go. Just adds a little more colorization to the sparks. I think that looks nice. Sweet. Alright, so now we got our basic background set up. Awesome. Alright, now we have to add in our text. So we'll go to our text tool, and I use the impact font for this. You can use whatever font you'd like, whichever one fits your whatever one you would like. So yeah, just go over here, click character, and then pick a font. But I'm using the impact font, which is the meme font, so I will use that. Anyways, we're gonna go and just type in something random. We'll just do subscribe today. Awesome. And we'll uniform scale that up. I'd like to bring this thing in the middle just so it makes things easier later on. You don't really need to do that, but it makes it so when you scale up, it's going to stay in the same spot generally instead of scale up from down here, which is where the center point was. Alright, so we'll scale this up. That looks nice. Go to align, and then we'll click these two things right here, and that'll align it to the center of the screen. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I'm going to go to toggle switches and modes and click the 3D box, so then now this object is moving in 3D space. We're going to go about 1 second into the composition, I think. Let's check. Let's go to 2 seconds. That's the amount of time it's going to take for it to get to the side of the screen all the way down to the middle. Once we get there, we're going to open up our transform properties, not the text, transform. We're going to click position and orientation. Nice. And then we're going to go back to 0 seconds. I'm going to drag this out. There we go. Drag it out in Z space until it gets right up into your face here. And I'm going the wrong way. Gotta mess with it. There we go. Just right up until it gets into your face there. Nice. I'll move it to the side of the screen. Moved it a little too much, maybe. There we go. Just kind of mess with it. And there we go. Just about right. Select your rotation tool and then rotate it in a crazy funky way. There we go. And then we're just gonna mess with it from here and see if it will actually make our intro. That's not too bad. We might bring this out a little bit just to make sure it has enough time to get down to the, just enough time so you can see the animation of it going down. Let's see. It's a little laggy. Alright, I think we can work with that. So let's bring this up to 100% so we can see it. And then we're going to hold a left click and drag and just select all of these keyframes. We're going to right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. We're going to go to the position, go to the graph editor, and then from here you're going to go to the speed graph and you should see something like this. Just select these points and bring it in, and then bring this one out far out. And then you can see it's going to speed up in and then slowly ease its way out. I'm going to do the same exact thing with the orientation. There we go. That's about right. Uncheck that, and now let's see what we have. Nice. So that's going to be basically the beginning to our intro. I think that looks pretty darn good. Awesome. Alright, so then it comes in, and then we want it to go out starting about here. So what we're going to do, just go to here, select those, paste, and then we'll bring these just a little farther out. Select those, Control C, Control V, and then we'll see how that looks. Nice, and you can change the speed just by moving these around. Nice, awesome. So there we have it. That is that. Let's just add a little more style points to it. We'll Control C, Control V that. On the bottom, we're going to deselect all of the keyframes that we have here, and we're going to move this just down to the side a little bit. There we go. And we're going to select all of it, go to the character, and then make it black. So now we have a shadow behind it. Now let's take a look how this looks. Oh, yep. Before we actually take a look how it looks though, we got to go to the parent tool and we got to drag it up to the top one. So that way it'll follow it when it moves. So let's take a look how this looks now. It's a little laggy, but that's to be expected. Just let it render out. And there you go. So that's our text done. If you want to do an image, then all you have to do is drag in your image that you've selected. Here we go, this is the image we'll use. I found this on the web when I searched an alia meme. So yeah, we'll just use that. We'll mask out those black bars. Nice. Alright, so we have that selected. All we have to do from here, enable 3D shape, and then parent tool to the text, and then select the eyes on the text, and it'll follow it even though there is no text. So it looks like it follows it out and it covers the screen here, and we don't want that. So let's actually change the text here to make it work. Alright. We'll rotate this so then the picture is not in the way. There we go. Alright, just rotate it out of the way. And then when we come in, there it is, fit to 100%. Now it's not covering the screen, and it still comes in. Awesome. It's a little on edge though, so you can change this if you'd like. It's just going out and clicking the eye icon and rotating it in whichever direction you'd like that doesn't cover the screen. But that's really up to you. There you go, that's a little better. Make sure to uncheck the eye so you don't see the text. So there you go. That's pretty much it for the alia intro. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more tutorials. I do tutorials every Tuesday and upload games throughout the rest of the week, plus a stream on the weekends. So there you go, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I can't wait to see you hopefully in another tutorial video. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Adios, everyone.